silence 9 minutes in when the ball was squared to Callum Wilson and he tapped in from 2 yards out. It took a while for Liverpool to recover as well because it stunned everybody, Bournemouth's lead. Liverpool feeling that a Wilson nudge on Gomez in the build-up to that goal should have resulted in a free kick, but Mo Salah equalised on 25 after an error by substitute Jack Simpson before Sadio Mane was picked out by Virgil van Dijk and one-on-one fired Liverpool 2-1 in front. Mane had chances to score more in the second half. A strike from distance with 16 to go cracked off the angle of the post and bar. Before that, Ryan Fraser produced a stunning goal line clearance off James Milner in a rare passage of attacking play. Bournemouth close to forcing another surprise right at the very end. Ake slipped in Wilson, who didn't manage to get his shot in, but the offside flag was up. But 3 more wins it is that Liverpool need.
We have 82 points, which is really nice, and so now we have to carry on fighting Tuesday and Monday and Saturday, I think. So that's how it is now. So yeah, we have to give everybody who wants so much from us a proper fight. That's what we do today. And yeah, that's it.
Devastated for the players because they gave everything to the match. Defended for long periods, defended very well.
Only 3 steps and I got downstairs.
Physically, mentally to the game.
Go Max.
They not only playing Liverpool, losing our captain very early in the game, and then playing the last phase of the game with 10 men. Everything was thrown at us, but the players kept going.
We know how many winning you did when you get closer and touch and distance, so it's always a bit harder every game, but you know, the mentality's been there, and you know, hopefully that continues and we can keep pushing ourselves and improving and getting back to the level that we know that we're capable of performance-wise. But again, the character's there to go as well on days like today where you maybe don't have your best performance.
We will discuss that a little bit later, but there has been a goal in League 2 at the Alexander Stadium. Crew against Stevenage, Tom Gill.
Crew 3, Stevenage 0, Ailey, and as it stands, the hosts going top in style. Pick of the bunch, Ryan Wintle, 25 yards out. He's lobbed the keeper in off the ball. Crew 3, Stevenage 0.
Right, let's get an update from Deepdale. It's a red card, Andy Sixsmith.
Yeah, QPR's hopes of getting a point from Preston have just taken a major blow early. They're down to 10 men. Jeff Cameron has been sent off. I think it's a second yellow card. It was actually Darnell Fish who broke away down the right-hand side, came in field, and it was a slightly lunging late challenge from the QPR defender Cameron. He had to go. It's Preston 1, QPR 1, but QPR now down to 10 men.
Right, let's chat about that game at Anfield today. Liverpool, when they've been on such a good run and you have a little stumble like they had, there's a lot needed that they get back to winning those big 3 matches is all we need. 3 wins is all they need for the Premier League title.
What?
If you were going to give them some crisps, you might as well have bought me a packet of crisps.
No, I couldn't well, I didn't know that at first because you before I bought them, now you're not, after you just start crying.
That's because you told me to eat that many at once. I only wanted 1 or half. That's what I said.
They couldn't go unbeaten for the whole season, but there's still plenty more to win out of the FA Cup, so they needed to bounce back and probably be a happy man tonight.
It's all about the league for them.
I will never give you anything again now.
They love to hold on to the Champions League. When you speak to Liverpool fans, it's all about...
No, like nothing. Not even ice cream that I was going to buy.
Sort of a psychological problem for them. They're almost there.
I do.
I don't need your money.
You didn't say money.
And I think once
I wasn't going to give you money in the first place.
European Cup by then, I think Athletic Club is going to be a very difficult night at Anfield. They're still in there. I think they've got a great chance of retaining it. But to get that championship...
Oh, and how did you even get that stuff anyway?
22 wins in a row at home now.
It doesn't matter.
Breathing ahead of that one.
How?
It doesn't matter.
Another one. A Griffin Park
Dad?
from Saunders. And another one for Griffin.
Dad?
And another one for Josh De Silva. His second of this afternoon.
How did Mikey get those crisps?
6-yard box, slotted home through the legs of Cameron
Can you
Dawson
ask
on this
him
occasion.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Cheerio
Twice hold him.
to the away
I
stand.
wanna know.
Understandably, some of those Sheffield Wednesday fans heading towards the exit. They're 4-0 down here.
Well, I'm not
against
telling you,
Brentford.
so shut up.
Yeah, huge pressure
Did you
going
give
on
money
to
to-
Wednesday. Right, let's
Yes.
get back into the Premier League. Anything looking like a goal for you at the Emirates, Chris Wise?
Well, possibly here because Arsenal have it with
Lacazette in a reasonably dangerous position. He's threading it into the penalty area. Might come back Lacazette's way. West Ham defending well. They could be on the break themselves here. The game is just beginning to open up a little bit, and it is right open now because Jarrod Bowen has got it for West Ham, and he has it inside Arsenal's penalty area, and his effort is blocked. Noble lifting it in towards the far post, struck towards goal, and the flag is up for an offside. There were chances at either end a moment ago. Jarrod Bowen ran a good 30 yards with the ball. His shot was straight at Leno. Down the other end of Aubameyang's cross found Pepe on the volley into the ground. That was blocked. Pepe's gone off since, and Reece Nelson so good on Monday in the FA Cup for Arsenal on in his place.
Yeah, plenty of action despite the lack of goals. The same can't maybe be said for your game, Robin Cowan.
No goals and very little action. Another substitution for Wolves trying to open up this attack a bit. Adama Traore has been shackled so far anyway by Dan Burn. There's a mismatch I never thought you'd see on a football field. Very bizarre to see those two go toe to toe.
Do you know that
Johnson, who's very
Fraser?
quiet today, has come off. Daniel Podence is on. He signed in Germany from
Madagascar,
Olympiacos.
that drop was played by
Here comes
someone
Adama Traore,
out of
throwing
France.
his way past Trossard into the box. Podence with the shot and it's blocked. Jimenez straight at the
one that
goalkeeper.
was
Lot of
boyfriend
excitement
of
there, but it's still nil.
Yeah, I feel for
Blah,
you,
blah,
Robin. I was
blah.
at Newcastle
Yeah.
last week. I know
With
those 0-0 draws
Rachel.
feel right. Let's get to Selhurst Park. Palace against Watford. It's feisty and Capri the hardest thing to get in there, my brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. And Palace almost had a chance to double their lead here. Christian Benteke with the spectacular attempt, the bicycle kick. It was just wide, and that would have been something very special indeed. Before that, it was Watford who had been camping out on the edge of the Palace box. A couple of brilliant chances for them. Gaeta in the Palace goal in 5-4. A Deeney shot was just a fingertip save from the Palace keeper to deny Watford an equaliser, and then moments later a Decore header was sailing towards goal, and again by Gaeta managed to claw it away for a corner. Watford have just made a double substitution as well. Danny Welbeck and Ignacio Pacetto have come on, and Milivojevic has come on for Palace too.
Right side to Bramall Lane. I'm surprised it's still just 1-0 to Sheffield United, John Akers, because every time I look down they seem to be on the attack again.
Yeah, they're kind of just settling for this, really. Norwich are defending well, knowing that if they can keep it 1-0, 15 minutes to go, they've just won themselves a corner, Norwich, that they are still very much in the game. Just over 12 minutes to go, sorry. But they've just had a chance, Sheffield United. Basham with some lovely skill in the penalty area for a centre-back. He's the one who usually overlaps for them. With a little flick over the defender on the volley, and then his side-foot volley went over the bar as the corner comes in, header goes in, on the line, keeper makes the save, still there, cleared off the line somehow. Oh wow, Norwich almost score. That is extraordinary from Dean Henderson. How's he kept it out? It's still 1-0 Sheffield United. Norwich have won another corner. I'm just watching the replay. How's that not gone in? That is amazing. Incredible.
That is incredible stuff right there. The commentators cracked on saying Sheffield United should be further ahead and Norwich do that, but you can see from Dean Henderson's reaction there. That's great.
Henderson is absolutely inspired there, and he jumps up and down afterwards.
Is it Dimich who should have scored?
They should have scored, but somehow he's clawed it back out. It's the first bit of play from Norwich, really. His set pieces finding out one for a goal kick. But Norwich is showing some character, but Henderson, wow.
Yeah, getting all the bullets
It's been a cracking game, and Norwich have not been
He's had nothing to do, that's the most impressive thing about it. Ball into the box, he's headed right down to the left-hand side of Brave, he gets the initial save, and it's a scramble. And then he gets another one, and there's a player on the line who clears it to help him.
the Goldrick did really well there to get that second one off the line.
But really,
it's there and everything needs to go in. The ball, bodies, everything needs to go in there, and it doesn't. He just flashed his spot where really he's got to put his entire body behind the ball and go into the net with the ball.
I'm just seeing the Arsenal game at the Emirates. They're checking a disallowed goal for offside. Let's get to Chris Wise and get an update on that.
Well, just judging on the lines that I'm seeing being drawn on my screen at the moment by the VAR, I think this might be an Arsenal goal. Lacazette has rammed it in from about 8 yards out on the hard volley into the ground. What they are looking at is the moment just before that, because Aubameyang's shot was deflected. It came Mesut Ozil's way, and it is just a case of whether he is in front or behind on Bonner. When it did come Ozil's way, it was a clever little flick down towards Lacazette, who'd also made the run into the box, and Lacazette scored it, and they are being really intrinsic with this. They need to check it. He's so tight. They are looking at the back of Bonner's heel and at the front of Ozil's boot. There is hardly anything in this at all, and David Moyes at the moment is just rising from the bench. There's a puff of the cheeks from him. Kevin Friend is on VAR. This is a really big moment in West Ham season. Started the afternoon on goal difference outside of the relegation zone. They've been good in this game. They've had so many chances, but are they about to find themselves behind? We are going to have a decision, I think, very shortly from referee Martin Atkinson. He has his finger to his right ear at the moment. He is listening to the instruction, and the decision is goal. And Arsenal are leading West Ham United, and the substitute Alexander Lacazette stood at the moment inside the centre circle. He's embraced by all those in red and white around him. West Ham looking around the players, looking at each other, arms out to either side, nothing in it. Lacazette is loving this moment. It'll mean a lot to him. It's a delayed reaction, but it's a big goal for Arsenal and their Champions League hopes. And also West Ham's hopes of staying up. Not much in it. VAR gives it. Arsenal 1, West Ham 0.
Third goal of some games for Lacazette. He enjoyed that one, but we have to wait a little while for him to be like. What's your thoughts?
Not sure. VR sees something I'm not seeing, and you know, we are all trying to trust the science at this stage.
We have to trust the
because I'm looking, and I can't work out what it is, so I have to trust the science.
No, according to those pictures, he looks like he's still onside. It's a ricochet off the defender, and then the ball is Ozil plays it back to Lacazette, who puts it in. So they've gone through the process, and they've judged that it was the goal to stand. It's all the technology, but the pitch is already put on.
Follow the goal. Need to get there. Need to get to St Mary's. It's a goal. And it's who's up forward to Husband.
Newcastle have scored. They have finally broken through. Some 7 hours, 18 minutes or so as well is where the goal drought ends. So when they last struck the back of the net in the Premier League in January, and Alan Saint-Maximin has scored, and from Southampton's point of view, it is such a disappointing goal to give away. They were holding out, and they looked like they might be able to get something from this game, but Valerie made a real error at the back. The right back returning to the side today didn't take control of the ball, didn't make a firm decision. Saint-Maximin is strong, he's powerful, and he just brushed past him, got into the penalty area and tapped it into the corner, and Newcastle could be on their way to only their second win at Southampton in the league for 47 years. The 10 men are now behind a Newcastle lead.
Yeah, huge goal for Newcastle. We'll chat about that in just a second. But the 5:30 kick-off sees Tottenham travel to Burnley. Stephen Wyatt has the team news.
And with Tottenham's season in danger of unravelling, can Burnley capitalise to extend a 6-match unbeaten run? Only Liverpool can better their 14 points from the last 18 available. Form that's taken them from the relegation equation to European contention. And within reach of a best-ever Premier League campaign, Chris Wood for Matej Vydra is their only change. For Spurs, though, it's 4 successive defeats, ambitions in multiple competitions at risk of being unfulfilled. And whether or not you condemn Eric Dyer for confronting a supporter in the stands after the cup defeat by Norwich, he has the backing of his manager, Jose Mourinho, who picks Dyer today, but makes 6 changes from last weekend. Hugo Lloris is back from injury in their goal. Vertonghen and Alderweireld among those recalled, and Lo Celso and Lucas Moura among those who are rested to the bench.
Well, a big goal in terms of Preston's playoff hopes, because it's come for the 56.
Yeah, we've just heard the tail of Southampton coming behind. There were 10 men of QPR have gone ahead at Deepdale. Preston 1, QPR 2, and it is a fine finish as well. The ball fell to Ryan Manning, left edge of the penalty area. He looked up, saw the Preston goalkeeper Declan run only about half a metre off his line, and clipped a delightful left-footed finish in off the underside of the bar to give QPR a priceless lead at Deepdale. Boos echoing round the ground. Preston's playoff hopes could be in tatters. It's Preston 1, QPR 2.
Plenty of goals for Emma Saunders at Griffin Park. Is number 5 for Brentford.
Yeah, it certainly is. 5-0 up now against Sheffield Wednesday. Tariq Fosu with the late offering. That's his first goal signing from Oxford in the summer. And I've had the Brentford fans to the left of me turn around, put 2 fingers in the air, say, I want to do more. Well, they've got 8 minutes to do it. And they managed 7 against Luton, remember, not too long ago. But as it stands, Brentford 5, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Are you still a girl on Minecraft?
Let's head back to
Wait.
Well, and they could have
No.
level. Another
Yes, you are just seeing the
No, no.
was on an angle, near post, stretching the right boot.
It's not my skin.
By Leno, West Ham corner now, with into the near post, up in the
Well, that's not burning.
Arsenal will do well to clear this away.
You shouldn't be able to.
There's no burning.
Lead at the moment still intact.
Right, let's head to Wolves. 0-0 still.
That's not my skin.
You might get a breakthrough.
Possibly.
This
Brighton
is.
now at Brighton. Actually, they started
Max,
to create
stop.
some good chances. They've been neat and tidy.
That's your skin.
Find that final ball or finish. Still 0-0. A couple of changes as well.
It's a lot better than any of yours. We're going to be.
His debut for Brighton.
Oh,
He
yeah?
actually signed last January 2019. They've been on loan
So
at
it's
various
Deadpool
other
going to be
clubs.
better
He's
than
got some
any
very
of yours.
promising matches also
I got better.
on. And
I got Deadpool already.
I'll find his sword and his guns.
There ain't no swords and guns in mine.
No, his swords.
There ain't no
He
swords.
has swords.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go.
They're not called swords, you idiot.
Knives.
You psycho.
Psycho. A little bit psycho.
Double substitution bringing on Danny Welbeck and Ignacio Pacetto this January side. Argentine wingers, they desperately seek out this equaliser. Looks like he's about to make his third and final substitution by bringing on Andre Gray, another forward. So
Don't know if I'm doing this right like one.
can they get one in the dying minutes?
Well, Norwich are going for it as well at Bramall Lane. John Akers.
I was going to say Norwich are going for the equaliser here, and how many points has Henderson been worth to Sheffield United this season? And is there a better English keeper in the league right now? He's just made another brilliant reaction save from Jamal Lewis of Norwich this time. Hammered at him, but great pace on it. He made the save and got it to safety. That's after the triple save just a little bit earlier on. We watched the replay and seen the goal line technology. 2 inches Norwich were away from scoring. The triple save, I think they even hit the bar in that little spell too. And they're having a right go here, Norwich, with 3 minutes left. It's Sheffield United 1, Norwich 0.
Yeah, Southampton making changes as well to try and get back into this one. Tony Hasbin.
Yes, they're going to be bold. They've got to go for it. They are 1-0 down now with 10 men, but Obafemi has now come on, replacing Buffal. They've also got Che Adams on, so they're going to end the game with 3 strikers on the field, despite only playing with 10 men. Big result this would be for Newcastle. It would lift them above Saints in the league table if they can hold on.
Well, a lot's beginning to happen in the Premier League. There's been lots happening all afternoon in the EFL. Kelly Summers, bring us right up to that.
Well, I'm just going to go around the top of both League 1 and 2, just so you can see the results that have a bearing there, because both divisions are really, really tight, especially with the results that are happening here now. As you can see, Coventry are still winning away at Ipswich Town, but it's been a really, really bad day for Rotherham United, losing 3-0 away at Rochdale. That is the Millers' heaviest league defeat of the season. As soon as this game ends, I think, and they can move on to focusing on next week, better for them. Now there are just 4 points. I keep checking, but it's so tight. 4 points separating 2nd and 8th. Peterborough are on course to leapfrog Portsmouth as well, because they're beating them by a goal to nil. Into League 2, where Swindon are still losing, Crewe are still winning. That tells me that Crewe are going to be going top on goal. It's just 2 goals in it now.
It's difficult.
This result away at Carlisle means they are going back into the top 6, and just very quickly at the bottom of the table. No change in League 2. Morecambe, Macclesfield and Stevenage are winning.
Kelly, thank you very much. We have had another goal at Deepdale. Preston against QPR. Not looking good for Preston's playoff hopes. Andy Sixsmith.
It's looking terrible for Preston's playoff hopes early. No win at Deepdale in 40 years for QPR. They are well on their way to that now. It's Preston 1, QPR 3. A lightning-fast counter-attack. Preston trying to apply all the pressure to the 10 men of QPR, who broke away. The ball eventually coming to Barry Eze, who advanced into the penalty area, left edge, and opened his body to produce a right-footed finish beyond Declan Rudd in the Preston goal. Preston's playoff hopes, I mentioned before that they were in tatters. Well, what's the worst thing that can happen to them now? They are still in the playoff spots just, but they're clinging on by a thread. It's Preston 1, the 10 men at QPR 3.
Yeah, tough one for Preston. Right, let's get back to the Premier League grounds. Go to the Emirates. Arsenal with that lead. Are they looking like holding on to it, Chris Wise?
Well, they haven't really looked that comfortable all afternoon. I'd still say there is a threat there from West Ham United. David Moyes has already thrown Philly Felipe Anderson on. He's about to bring on Robert Snodgrass as well. West Ham have got a free kick on the halfway line. Mikel Arteta off the back of that change has made one of his own. Ozil off and Bellerin on. So Arteta now trying to solidify that Arsenal backline and hold on for what will be a big 3 points to them.
It has been a bit of a goal fest for you at the Bet365, Martin Fisher. You have another one.
It has indeed, Ailey, and Stoke City have just got their 5th of the day, a 2nd of the afternoon for Nick Powell. And by my calculations, it's going to move them up 4 places, and it's going to drop Hull City down 3 places. This is their 11th game without a win, just 2 points along the way. Their 513 fans that have made the journey, well, they celebrated their goal more ironically than with great pleasure. What a dreadful conclusion to the season they're having.
I'm sure there were huge celebrations, though, at the Valley when Middlesbrough got their goal. They still hang on to that lead, and a big one at the bottom. Adam Pottier.
Yeah, Ellie, the Borough fans looking anxious at the moment. Charlton playing now with 4 recognised strikers on the field as they try to get an equaliser here. In all honesty, Charlton have been wasteful all afternoon. Dejan Stojanovic is making his debut in goal for Middlesbrough. Has only really had to make one good save. Lewis Wing has just produced a smart save at the other end from Dylan Phillips, but Borough looking good for their first win since New Year's Day. They lead 1-0.
There's been another goal at Celtic Park. I think you can call this a comfortable afternoon, Roddy, for a second.
Indeed, the initiative brought down inside the box. Celtic this time decided that Callum McGregor should get a shot at maybe finding the net. He did just that, and with only a couple of moments remaining, it's Celtic 5, St Mirren 0.
Right, let's get back into the Premier League. Chance, was that for Wolves, Robin Cowan?
Oh, a big one, and it's a big miss as well for Leander Dendoncker. Lovely interplay on the edge of the box from Wolves. It was laid back nicely to Dendoncker, but leaning back, he smashed it well over the bar. Into stoppage time now, into 3 minutes of it, it's 0-0.
Another goal in the Championship at St Andrews between Birmingham and Reading. Which way are you, Gaston?
Yes, very typical this. Birmingham were pressing so hard to level this one after that setback. 4 mad second half minutes. Double M, Piazza and Mete had given Reading the lead, and as they pressed forward, they were caught on the counter, and it was substitute Judicial Gomez who scored the goal. Coolly taken. Reading are going back home with the points here.
Well, as things stand in the Championship, Leeds are top of the table. I imagine it's not a very quiet Ellen Road, John Bennett.
Wonderful atmosphere here. Yeah, the fans are loving it, and Leeds have been superb second half. Leeds 2, Huddersfield 0. Wonderful volley by Luke Ayling, Patrick Bamford from close range. Jack Harrison also hit the post second half. Great performance from Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds on their way to a 5th win in a row. Leeds 2, Huddersfield 0.
And the reason Leeds are sitting top as they stand is because West Ham haven't found a breakthrough against Swansea. Is it looking likely, Sahil Badi?
I was trying to go sleep there,
Sahil is there, but now between Swansea and West Brom. Let's get back to the Premier League. Let's get straight back to the Emirates and see how Arsenal hanging on against West Ham first line.
So they're trying to ride out these 5 minutes of stoppage time, and we are already halfway through that period. They had a chance to wrap up the 3 points with Reece Nelson, who lashed over from the edge of the penalty area with Arsenal on the break. They've just won themselves a free kick, and they are happy to try and wind down the clock here. If West Ham are going to produce a chance, they're going to have to do it very soon to try and find that priceless equaliser.
Yeah, let's get back to Molineux. Any sign of a breakthrough? And not a bad point at the stage this week for Brighton, Robin Garrett.
No, I was going to say that actually. And this will be 9 games without to win the Premier League for Brighton, but on paper going into this one, no, many people would have given them a chance, and I think actually this will be a good point for them. Still nowhere near clear of relegation zone or safety. And this probably will be a missed opportunity for Wolves. Good chance here for Brighton. They've got a free kick about 10 yards outside the penalty area. It's going to be taken by the debutant. McAllister swung in. It's awful. Just like this game has been. It's bounced straight into the arms of Rui Patricio. 0-0.
We've all been there, Robin. I feel pretty there. Right, let's head to Crystal Palace Watford. This one has not been awful. It's been pretty lively with Mike Williams.
It's been really entertaining, particularly in the second half, Hayley, and Watford are still pressing. We are in the 2nd minute of 5 added-on minutes at the end of this game in injury time, and Watford have a corner on this far side. Plenty of yellow shirts
for Messina, Adam Messina, the fullback, to aim at. He's just pulling back a little bit, and it actually is an awful corner in truth. But they might have a second bite of the cherry here. It's pinging around in the box. Palace desperately trying to clear, and it looks like they will on this occasion. But Palace holding on here as Watford desperately. They really need a point here, don't they? They would just stay in the relegation with a golden for to stay like this. 3 minutes to go here. Palace still leading.
Well, first full time has come from Bramall Lane, and it's a big win for Sheffield United. There's a lot of celebrations going on that pitch, John Akers.
There are, and 2 men in particular they've got to thank for this win. Sheffield United, which lifts them to 6th above Manchester United, would you believe? Who'd have said that when these two were in the Championship last year? And that's Billy Sharp, who powered in a first-half header from a brilliant Lundstrom cross for the only goal of the game. Both feet off the floor, powered it past Krul. And then Dean Henderson. If Gareth Southgate's watching this one tonight on Match of the Day, he made a string of fine saves, including 3 from the floor, which I've no idea how he made. He was superb and helped them hang on as Norwich fought valiantly. They look much better, Norwich, than they have done as late. They hit the post in the first half through Pukki. They hit the bar in that little melee in the penalty area in the second. But it's Sheffield United who continue to march on towards Europe. They won 1-0.
Full time at Molineux as well. Wolves will be feeling the heat after that Sheffield United win, Robin Cowan, but a decent point for Brighton.
Absolutely. We're talking about viewers on Match today. I think they're going to have to stay up pretty late to catch this one. 0-0. Wolves' usual zest just wasn't there today. Jimenez had a handful of decent chances, which he didn't take. Brighton disciplined throughout. They made themselves hard to break down. Solly March had their best opportunity in the second half, smashing over the bar from 8 yards out. So still no win for Brighton since the turn of the year, but a very good point picked up against a very good side. Full time at Molineux, Wolves 0, Brighton 0.
Oh my god, really?
Just had a little shot there of Roy Hodgson looking at his watch, but you're still playing, Mike Williams.
We've got 90 seconds here. Ailey still to go. Yes, Roy Hodgson desperately pacing around his technical area, as is Nigel Pearson. He's gesticulating wildly as well. His assistant Craig Shakespeare looking slightly more cooler. But Watford are pressing here. They've got a free kick. Goalkeeper Ben Foster's come right away up to the halfway line to take it. They're going to float this one in. Can a yellow shirt on the end of it? Gaizzi comes out to push it. Decore tries to bring it down and takes it to the edge of the box. But Palace are going to try and clear it through Christian Benteke. And we have 60 seconds to go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, frantic at Sellers Park as well over at the Emirates though. Is this an opportunity lost for West Ham, Chris Wise?
Well, you said it might be. They are still outside the Premier League relegation zone, only on goal difference. But how they haven't come away from their trip to North London. Something at least, because they had so many chances in both halves. The best of them falling to Mikel Antonio. He had 2, one in the first half that he scuffed from a couple of yards out. Another a free header from 6 yards out that was well saved by Leno. But Arsenal providing the winner 12 minutes from time. Long delay before it was confirmed. Lacazette in the goal. VAR needed to confirm it. There was a question over whether there was an offside against Arsenal, who provided the assist with his head for Lacazette to lash it in from 6 yards out on the volley into the ground. Big goal for him, 3 in his last 4 now for Alexander Lacazette. West Ham, huffed and puffed, couldn't get themselves back into it. Arsenal still unbeaten in 20 in the Premier League, and it's over 3 years since they last won 3 league games in a row. Arsenal 1, West Ham 0.
Well, it was a huge win for Newcastle away to Southampton. Plenty of talking points as well, Tony Husband.
Absolutely a rare but vital champion for Newcastle. 10 men, more than an hour here after Musa Jennifer was shot. Yeah, they took it to 11 minutes from time to finally get the breakthrough and break down a very solid Southampton defence that finally yielded and made an error. In doing so, of course, this first league goal for more than 7 hours. Alan Saint-Maximin capitalising on a hesitant Jan Valery to steal in, and he finished on the left-hand side of the box. Newcastle, until that point, couldn't find a way past Southampton's superb goalkeeper Alex McCarthy. They'd even seen a Matt Ritchie penalty saved in the first half, but they do go above the hosts.
Well, I'll see you later.
This season, Southampton 0, Newcastle 1.
Yeah.